Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to some more Rebirth. And today we are going to be randoming, because after last run, what could go wrong? And sorry, that was wrong. That was very wrong. We're not going to be randoming, we're going to be playing Blue Baby today. I swear to God though, for real, if it actually... Well, I mean... Okay, we haven't played The Lost in a while, so I guess while we only have a 1-win streak, there's no time like the present. Guess we're doing some Lost runs today. That's what I need. I needed something super focused, concentrate, just to really get my brain going. There is nothing that quite grabs your brain and kicks it repeatedly like playing The Lost. So really, I think I've looked out here. Honestly, it's better. It's a better brain workout than Sudoku. I don't care anymore. You know what you can do, by the way, with Sudoku, is you can make yourself look really, really intelligent, because all you need to do in a public place, like a bus or transport or a train or a plane, one of those places, all you need to do is, not actually horrible on The Lost, especially for free early on, is you just simply need to whip out a Sudoku, okay, and then in a reasonable pace, just keep filling in random numbers in random places, and make sure no one can quite see exactly what you're doing, but make sure they can see that you're playing Sudoku and that you're filling in numbers a lot, and it makes you look like you're absolutely incredible at it, and therefore really intelligent. And that is, a little tip from me to you. Small rock! Oh, okay, so I just need to get to the item room, and then perhaps this can actually be a rather okay Lost run. I'm liking this. I don't want to end up doing 5 million runs this video, but it's entirely possible that that's going to happen. I mean, for me, I don't have any Lost unlocks left, so it kind of alleviates the pressure of this character and kind of focuses on the good bits. I feel like if you're ever feeling your Rebirth skills slip a bit, you can just play The Lost, and then magically you're going to get a lot better a lot quicker, because you have to play ridiculously. Oh, that's something that's adorable. That's adorable. It thinks I'm going to take the guillotine on The Lost. I mean, there is having the guillotine and health, and then there is playing The Lost. You do not want to cross those streams, because that is a recipe for absolute disaster. And we get Larry Jr., but in an open room, which kind of makes him a little bit worrying. I really want to get rid of Little Larry as fast as possible, so that when that happens, I don't find myself suddenly dead. This is probably the hardest configuration of Larry Jr. you can physically get. The triple in one room with nothing to really hide behind. Because you find yourself getting just caught up in a corner, and you usually just make sure that you are not where they are. I mean, having flight obviously makes this a lot easier. Like, imagine if you didn't have flight here, you would be probably getting hit, just because there is a lot of potential for that to happen. So now we're down to one Larry. Everything should be a lot easier. And there we go. We get Mum's coin purse, which is not great. It could be okay. Tears down, that really sucks. Health up. Oh, guys, how good would that have been? Double health up pills. I know you just love this character. Alright, let's move on. Mask of Infamy and Small Rock. Pentagram level of damage up. Honestly, it's kind of fine. If we assume that was our item from the first floor, a damage up that also sometimes blocks damage, then, I feel like we did okay. We don't need to worry that the guillotine was a little bit useless. We don't need to think about that, though I would have loved something like Epic Fetus, really spice things up a bit, but it's alright. And honestly, even though we got tears down, they're not horrible. We do have our key for the item room. We just need to find it fairly sharpishly. There is nothing quite as... yeah, there it is. There is nothing quite as difficult as a room full of angry spiders when you're moving slowly and killing things slowly on The Lost. So, that is fine. It's a... That is a little bit of an insult, but that is fine. Those kind of things. Yep, let's just, we'll just... That's hilarious. Oh, God. Isn't the game so funny, guys? But honestly, I don't mind just playing whatever run happens. But I feel like when your first two things that happen is, here, have loads of red hearts the entire run, and 2 black hearts to start with. Is that not great? Oh, you're playing the Lost. Whoops. It's a little bit aggravating. But yeah, room full of angry spiders, not what you're wanting. The parasite, however, really good. I love me the parasite. It's a sizable damage increase as long as you don't go crazy with it. So that is absolutely fine. That guy was a little bit terrifying to behold there, I will admit. But that is okay. And hopefully we can kill them. Dodge behind that. And then those guys should be... honestly, pretty damn fine. Sweet. So, doing okay. We got ourselves some keys, some bombs, and honestly, well, do I want to go get that? I mean, I did get the small rock first time last time, and if I can pull that off the second time, it would be wonderful. And no, I don't know why people pick up the Spirit Hearts and the Lost. I feel like they do it out of just a sense of, I could have had this on any other character. And I feel like it's especially a bit of cruelty that it still lets you pick up those hearts. Just as an extra salt in the wound. I mean, there's really no reason that you would still be able to pick up Spirit Hearts, yet you can. And I feel like it's just a sick sense of humor on the... That was interesting, I'll admit. I didn't really expect that spider to be so up in my face, but the thing is, you have to understand how the spiders work, and if you're ever within range, they will diagonally dart towards you. That is a fact. They will always do that. Death Rune is pretty good. It might actually give us a little bit of advantage, depending on what boss we end up getting. That Dingle Dangle was fine. An extra bomb as well, and our boss is the Widow, which... Actually, Death does a little bit help against the Widow, because once he starts spawning enough things, we can use Death and just... Okay, I mean, I didn't expect that to happen specifically, I'll admit. I just kind of thought he'd jump into the bomb a little bit more, and again, I really thought that bomb would hit him, but we just need to kill him and then prevent this from appearing, and yeah, okay, so, I feel like getting to the first Devil Deal is obviously where it's at when you are playing the... Oh, the lovers, brilliant. Obviously, when you're playing the Lost, getting to that first Devil Deal is a big deal. Finding a Joker card on the first floor would obviously be wonderful, but it's not always something... Well, I mean, it's never something you can rely on, so there's no point even considering that notion. Getting a key is good, makes the item room a much more valuable prospect. This room should be okay. We're not moving terrifically slowly, and as long as we don't stand still and get cornered, these guys shouldn't be too much of a problem. Especially when they just die instead of going to the headless versions. This guy should die as well. They normally come in pairs. See, you gotta understand that they come in 2x2, maybe 4x4, maybe see some more. And that's my favorite song there. Keep forgetting I don't actually have Mask of Infamy anymore, so... I should try my best not to take shots. Not that having Mask of Infamy is an excuse to take shots, that's just a little bit poor reasoning, but, at least it makes you feel a little bit safer if you get stuck between the proverbial hard place and the rock. Okay. Don't move around when they're not popped up, because you may find yourself just walking into them, which would obviously be a very sucky way to go. Contact damage against something that very rarely has any reason to hit you is always a little bit lame. I am almost certain our boss is down there, which means our item room is over here, so that works out nicely. These guys are quite good Lost Enders. Basically anything that... Ooh! That is very tempting. We actually get reroll enemies, which... isn't great. So I want to use this just to get a power, but I mean, I'm going to take them for the sake of it, but the only thing we really gained there was the damage up from the ceremonial robes, which, don't get me wrong, is really nice to have, but it's not exactly like grade A, yes, Devil Deal, but we do look like Robot Darth Vader, and I feel like if you ever look like Robot Darth Vader, you're doing pretty well for yourself, so I'm kind of okay with this. And there we go. Dark Bum is basically here just for moral support. at this stage. And awesome, getting that key there is good because we can now go to our shop and hopefully... Yeah, well, I mean, the black candle is not actually terrible as the lost because the curse immunity is nice. You don't need a curse messing with you when you're already trying your best just to get by, and we are vastly approaching our 999. So this altogether isn't horrible here. And in fact, I messed up with that Joker card. I should have gone... In fact, no, going with the Joker puts you back to where you ended, so would have been pointless using it in the curse room. So I guess we're just going to do our boss, and it is... Oh, it's a dingle with no barriers to prevent myself getting killed by the charge. That's scary. That is very, 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 very scary. I thought he was charging. I thought he was charging. I can never tell the difference between the charge and the shot animation. I really can't. That was a poor read on Mr. Dingle there, but at the same time... That's twice in a row now I've got the hardest version of a boss that's particularly good at killing the Lost. So, you know, if I still had unlocks, I'd be pretty salty. But as it is, this is just... It's actually therapeutic, because every successful boss that I do is still a really big, like, yes, I killed that boss without taking damage. I'm kind of suave. And really there, it's just a... simple, I don't have enough experience dingling the dangle, and not everybody does have the dingle dangle experience. You've got to understand that. That sounds like a really cool roller coaster. Welcome to the dingle dangle experience. Buckle up, we will shortly be starting the ride. Oh yes, the best lost item in the game, Bob's Brain, bringing the pain. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. To be fair, Bob's Brain is a nice damage increase. It's just obviously a little bit worrying when you are playing the Lost. Okay, so killing this guy is obviously good and everything. It's just his little friend is annoying as hell when he gets detached. So I actually really want him not to be detached. So I want to kill him beforehand. And I also kind of want to combo it with that. Yes, there we go. That worked out very, very nicely. Squeezy's okay. The tears up is nice, but not really what we're after. So, okay, first floor. And again, we're just looking to get to our second devil deal, because the Lost inherently a very RNG-based character. Now, this room is a little bit annoying because of the fire. Oh, wow, that would have been glorious at any other time, but of course... 'tis not to be. There we go. We do manage to take out spider numero uno. And now we are very, very carefully going to try and take out spider number dos. Okay, spider number dos. You can do this. Just, you know, you just need to step out. It's fine. Spider number 2, you're okay. Everything's, absolutely. Look, it's just... You're absolutely... Yeah, there it is. Thank you very much, Bob's Brain, because you can kind of angle it because it's wider, and you get to actually choose where it ends up. Now, we do have one key, but I'd obviously rather use that on the item room here. If we can get a triple kill on that side, that makes this room a lot easier. And then the tears up from the squeezy is giving us a very, very high DPS amount here. Getting that extra key does incline me towards going to the gold chest. That will take out them. You just got to be very, very mindful at all times that you do have Bob's Brain. Come on! Well, a lot of stuff is never bad, and we are approaching our shop amount. So that is kind of fine. Let's not instantly kill ourselves in this room. That would suck just a little bit. There we go. Getting the lucky rock, I mean, potentially very good if we can get to the shop. Dead cat! Not quite dead cat, but we do manage to stick some spiders to some rocks, which is always a lot of fun. We kind of very much want to stack everything up in this room and then kill it all in one go is the objective here. So we do that, we do that, we do that, there we go. So that was the plan there, try and chain them together. I do like it when I'm playing the Lost and actually talking, because it's a very different experience for me, because I have to be very, very careful, obviously, because not only do I have to not get hit at any point now, I have to also be constantly mindful of where Bob's Brain is likely to go at all times, otherwise I end up blowing myself up. I would love to get Pyromaniac and then Basically, that just means Bob's brain is a straight-up damage increase, but that's not always possible, and at least we are going to get to see what our next item is destined for. I'm hoping for greatness. That's just a speed down as it is right now. So, yeah, not really what I'm hoping for there. Could have been a lot better. That was very bad. I was hoping he wasn't going to come down. It was for the web at the back, but what can you do? 2 non-existent items in Bob's brain. Can we really be surprised that that came crashing down around us? Talking crashing down around us, I was going to tell you a story of when I was a builder, which, thank you very much, everybody. Rage is a builder! I don't like restarting as the Lost, but I do make a point that if the item is literally pointless, like it's actually negative, then, I mean, what are you doing? You're starting a 100-meter sprint with a bullet in your foot. Like, come on now. So we'll play this one. I mean, Spider Baby's not really great, because that's also in fact, that's an on-contact item as well, isn't it? So what am I actually doing with my life here? Oh, dead cat me. Well, that's a shame. And we do get the Bible tract, so we do have that going for us. Not really what I'm after here, though. Okay, got ourselves a bit of dark basement. So yeah, thanks a lot, by the way, for all of you being like, you as a builder? Granted, I did hate it, and I only did it for about a month. But on my very first day, we were constructing a roof. And basically it starts with wooden slats across, and you put the sheet thing, then you put this other thing, and then you put tiles on, and it's, you know, obviously the main guy that I was working for, who happened to be my cousin, which probably helped, because if I didn't have the familial tie, I probably would have been, you know, let's just not go there. Either way, I was trying to work on this roof, and, you know, I may have misplaced my footing just a little bit, and ooh, some mega sick Lost Jukes coming up here, everybody. But no, not a very good item on the Lost at all there, really. Like, we could definitely be hoping to do much better there. That required some weaving, I will admit. This room is a little bit painful, actually. Oh, what? He got me and then died? That is actually that is bull schlacker, is what that is. Actual bull schlacker. So there we go. Explosive diarrhea. Oh yeah, look up. Thanks, game. Really did. Oh, there was a secret room! Oh no, I could have actually got out. That would have been so awesome. It gave me a way out. Not that we gained anything. No, we got a basement Excel and I freaking died to Spider. It's because I'm trying to tell a story while playing, which basically is not good, because you need super concentration mode when you're on the Lost. Either way, it is fine. There is no real objective here other than to have fun, and that is all good. But yeah, I do love that when you are playing the Lost, every death is like you really? That is just, really? Whereas a death, again, in a normal character is always against something normally kind of major, a boss or some sort of room filled with traps that you kind of just got flustered in. You know, it's something that's actually like, oh, it was so close, but, you know, I nearly got there, and, you know, it's whatever, that's fine, I died, I guess. But as the Lost, it's always the simplest things, and you're like, I am an idiot! What? How did that even happen? And I do kind of like that dynamic that he has got going on. But what I really think on the Lost is, just for the sake of fairness, I guess, any item that involves a HP up should be taken out the game, out of the item pools when playing as the Lost, just to slightly make it so you're not looking for at least something. Like the odd mushroom there, it's not a one-rinner, but it's nice, it's some damage up, we can work with this. Also, getting the High Priestess is wonderful. If we get a particularly nasty boss here, we can basically just kill it. And yes, we do actually get the Dingle, who gets one-shot by that. So that is nice. Range up from Mum's Lipstick does give us the ability to bitch around places, so that's not terrible. Either way, to my story, which is probably going to get me killed again, but that is a-okay. I was doing this roof, and they'd been working on this for a few weeks, and they were about to finish that day, so I'm trying to leap around. I'm not leaping around the place, I'm not, you know, I'm not going crazy here, but you do know what I am saying. I was trying very much to actually help this whole endeavor. And long story short, I ended up falling through the roof. Like, my feet ripped through the sort of, like, clothy covering thing, though obviously it's not made out of cloth, and I sort of landed either side of a wooden slat, which obviously hurt me. I think it was more the emotional pain than anything else that was the worst, but it was... Don't kill me! Oh my god, that was... I got very much kind of huddled in to a corner there. That was a little bit intense. Had to very much focus up on that. And then a troll bomb and some spiders just to my efforts there. And we get Dark Bum, which is normally a wondrous find, but as it is, doesn't really do much for us. So yeah, I fall through this cloth thing, land with my legs in it on both sides. Obviously, that's very painful for me, being of the male gender. And then we end up having to take an extra 2 days to fix all the damage I did. So that was how I started my builder career, which, as you can imagine, it didn't endear me too much to my cousin, who was nice enough to give me the job. I mean, I did get better after that, and the only reason I left is because I was like, I can't, I need to not be building. It's wrecking everything. I've got my work, and I've got my uni, and you know how it is. So, yeah, you know, I did get okay. It's just, that was not the best start. I think that's one of the worst day ones in work that I have ever had to experience. 2 sniper worms should not be trouble, so it basically depends on what kind of boss we're going to get here as to how this run ends up developing, because we need to get to a devil deal, ideally. We obviously really do, and we get Pin, which is really nice, actually. As long as we don't completely play stupidly, we should be able to defeat Pin fairly nicely. I just really want him to stop jumping around the place so that I can... There it is. Whoa, calm down. And then he's going to go straight at me, which is fine. And then he's doing this again, which is also fine. Get a load of extra damage in. You've just got to kind of... I don't know. Pin always scares me when I'm the Lost, because he's someone that's like, it's Pin. What is Pin going to do? And then suddenly you realize, actually, Pin can occasionally hit you. He sometimes jumps in a way you really don't expect, and then that's it. You are pretty much, you're just gone. Not long now till he actually is dead. Hopefully, at this rate. I am getting very much scared about every move that he makes, and there it is. We do get our devil deal, which is wonderful. Rotten meat, actually pointless, but 2 devil deals. We get Brother Bobby, terrible, and we get the nail, which is a damage up, I guess. I mean, it's really good for the extra health it can give, but it's obviously not the kind of devil room that we're like, yes, this run is just in the bag, but we are making progress, so we do have that going for us, and the nail damage will evidently come in handy eventually. Now, we should be able to kill these without them actually firing, which is good, because they normally have a way of firing, which is actually kind of difficult to combat. Now, we need to find our item room very quickly, because we do need a little something on this run. We very much do. Okay. Lovely, we get a tarot card. The Emperor. Very tempting. If we end up... Oh no, it's Gertie Jr. It's Gertie! Yeah, not a chance in hell. Absolutely not a chance in hell. The champion version with 2 of them. Again, I can't really think of a harder boss for the Lost to have to deal with. Any charging contact enemies are just absolutely kryptonite for Mr. Spooky Ghost here. So, that is fair enough. I'm just kind of happy that I've not died in what I think is a completely moronic way yet, which I think is at least... Okay, that, you know, again, the irony is not lost on me. That was actually the first completely moronic death. I don't know why I panicked. I know exactly how they fire in their cross, and for some reason I felt the need to walk into it. That is truly special. Mum's wig is okay. Spiders are nice. They do a fair amount of damage. It is definitely acceptable. And no actual enemies on the way to the boss, who is Famine, which of course means an orbital, which means a very good chance of blocking shots, which means survival. So, all in all, I'm actually very content with how this is going. Hopefully we can put him to hay mode fairly soon. That would be lovely. And then we can basically move on with our lives, can't we, Famine? Don't summon another fly. Famine, what did I say? I said don't summon another fly. And what do you immediately do, Famine? You summon another fly. Oh, there's no way that touched me. I was like down in the corner. Oh, that's a shame. The first half of him passed over me and I was like, I've done it. And then his second half killed me. Ooh, we get the mind. That is a beastly lost item, because while it doesn't give us any sort of damage up or prevent us actually dying, having the ability to simply do every floor in completely the optimum path, find all the item rooms, avoid every single unnecessary room, is actually ridiculously good. Like, it is stupidly effective to be able to do that on the Lost. So this is potentially a very good run. We just need to get to the first devil room on what will probably end up being base damage, which means we kind of just need to get to moderately easy bosses for that to happen. But, you know, that is a-okay. Could you imagine doing a Lost Purist run? That would be hardcore. Like, that is seriously. In fact, I want to see a Lost speed run successful to Mega Satan. Like, that is a YouTube video that needs to be made. It really, really does. I guess that doesn't involve immediately Holy Mantle and 9 lives as well. Okay, come on, Dingle Dangles. I know I'm taking a lot of time with these guys, a lot more than I usually would, but I think it is definitely worth being a little bit safe when we do have the potential of the mind. Also, look at him! He's got a brain! Like, oh my god, no. We got the worst form of Larry Jr. Yeah, that was... Okay, oh my god! Everybody calm down! Everybody hit the deck! Everybody calm down! Why am I not picking it up? There we go! I was like, alright, I just want to give these spiders a chance to kill me. So then, we have got 9 lives free from a curse room, which is obviously fantastic. Granted, we automatically have 8 because we need to use one to get out, but this is a good start. This is a very, very good start. This potentially is going to be good. Come on. Oh my god, we get the D100. Won't that reroll 9 lives, though? But seriously, a D100 9 lives Lost run to start with? That seems a little bit ridiculous. Like, it actually is crazy. I played this room very much wrongly. I needed to use the time before the Dingle Dangle started Dingle Dangling to clear a corner like I did that time. Not really good in terms of thinking on my feet there. But the D100 is potentially awesome, because if we can re-roll into a godlike Lost power setup, then obviously we are going to wreck everything very, very hard. So this is excellent. It has a lot of potential, and it makes me very, very scared. I would love him to charge into the fire. That would make me very happy, but I doubt he's going to oblige me by doing that, because, you know, most people don't commit honorable Sudoku when you ask them to. It just doesn't really happen. And yes, I know it's seppuku before you smartasses in the comments get all up in my case. And we get a tarot card, Wheel of Fortune. That is okay for me. So I have no idea then if re-rolling will make me lose my lives. Because, I mean, you can re-roll away Judas's Shadow and then not have the potential of coming back as Judas's Shadow, can't you? So I guess that is completely viable. So it just depends on what actually ends up happening here, I guess. But it is definitely interesting. Okay, we've grabbed an extra key. Our boss is the Widow, which, as we have been able to see from last time, it is not a terrifying Lost boss. It can be if you let the spiders get out of control, but there is an easy way to deal with the nubs. You just make Widow actually jump on them, and then you get to kill them for free, basically. Though I don't want to let that one get away, although Widow would have actually killed it there, so that is fine. If we go to here, Widow, whenever you're ready. No, I cannot stay there for too long. The spiders are upon us, and if we stay in any one place too long, spiders will get you. That's basically how it functions. We had higher damage, I think, last time we faced Widow, so that's why it is taking us definitely longer to finish Widow. This time, that required... I couldn't actually have done that in a better way. I'm not doing that as I am so awesome, but I had to get that close to everything there, otherwise I would have been very much like, yeah. Ton Photo is excellent. Like, I may not even need to use the D100. The annoying thing is, I would rather it be the D6, obviously, so I can end up crafting a better run item-wise, but I don't know. I mean, it is a lot of good potential. Small Rock is excellent here. So we've got a load of damage as well as shot speed, which is great. We'll open this. We actually get Tammy's head. You know, I'm going to keep Tammy's head for now. And then, like, because if we ignore the D100, we've got 9 lives, we've got Ton Photo, we've got damage up. We're actually pretty damn powerful for Cellar 2 on the Lost. And Tammy's head, if we find Brimstone on this Devil deal, is basically game over, which would be obviously excellent. And we still have 7 chances to mess everything up. So this is pretty nice what's going on this run. So we can't really mess this up. We've got to get our potential on. Tammy's head, obviously, in a room like this is basically pointless. Though this is a very interesting spider-based room. I don't think I've actually had it before, which again is lovely. Alright, who's feeling pumped? Who's on the edge of their seats? Who is ready to go? Because I am so ready to go. Item. You know, that is brilliant as well. The freeze effect is wonderful. Now, I know what you're thinking, guys. Use the D100. What are you doing? It's awesome fun. And I agree. If I was on another character, I would be using that D100 every time it came up. But it would be cool to get a really nice Lost run. It really, really would. So I'm basically going to make my decision depending on what happens in the Devil Room that we will hopefully actually get. I found peels, guys. I found peels. I did it. I found those peels and it was wonderful. And surprise! We got most of them. That is acceptable. And in here, well, this is a good room for Tammy's head. It's just I can't really get too close to them. Hey, we peeled a few off. That is okay. But yeah, damage up coupled with Ton Photo is a very difficult combination to ask for better than. That was a good sentence. Ask for better than, and you'll do great. And then the freeze effect with the amount of shots we're firing at the rate that we are is obviously lovely. Let's not instantly mess this up again. We do get a gold chest here, which I'm probably going to open just in case it's something good. And our boss, ooh, is the Haunt. We could definitely have gotten an easier boss here. There's no question about that. But at the same time, you know, ooh. Can you die, please? Oh, it was a spider from the jar that got me. I was killing the Haunt, fine. And then a spider from the goddamn jar is what actually brings me down. I feel like there's a certain poetic irony in that, which is okay. It's definitely not lost on me. I need you to die before anything horrific happens. And I need you to decide what direction you're going in. And ideally do an attack, please. There we go. Alright, now I feel a lot safer about just letting you do your things. Though that scares me. Can you please do an attack? Do an attack? There it is. Okay, I'll hopefully do a bit of Tammy's head damage there. We've got some Brimstone. I kind of want to get to another freeze effect here just to see what we can get going there. That is fine. That was a little bit scary. I will admit that was definitely scary. If we can get another freeze, that would be glorious. There's another Brimstone. That is fine. Let him go over there and do it again. Okay, please one more time. There we go, another attack. See, it's the very technique in beating the Haunt, I believe. And yes, we managed to get it. We get our Devil Deal and Guppy's collar and the pentagram. That means we've got 2 Guppy's items as well as the goat head, which basically guarantees us Devil Deals. So honestly, guys, I think I would be foolish as hell to re-roll all my items here. Like, surely that makes sense. Like, I can't give up a potentially solid lost run. I mean, if it was the D6, obviously I'd keep it, but having the ability to clear rooms as the lost is absolutely invaluable for obvious reasons. And please let this room end. There is nothing worse than a room like this as the lost. It is absolutely horrific. Tammy's head, please save me there. There we go. Wonderful. Hopefully we can bomb into the cursed room, but I don't see that happening unless this lines up. So that is fine as well. Getting the pentagram is obviously wonderful, and I think we're on 6 lives-ish. Either way, as long as I see that cat floating next to me, I feel a lot more confident in actually pulling this off. So there we go. Lovely. Get this. The tower, I mean, maybe if we need to go down with something in like a glorious string of vengeance, we could pull that off, but I don't think I'll be pressing that. But it is technically, in a controlled environment, more valuable than the other tarot card we had, so I'm going to keep it for now. And then we don't actually have a key yet, which is potentially a very big problem. But still, red chest, not red chest, but that is a potential key, so that's good. And then the freeze effect doing absolutely wonderful amounts of work on these guys. That was excellent, because that room was very, very dangerous, as is this room, actually. This room is incredibly dangerous. Does killing it with freeze effect prevent spiders? Or is it dying? Oh, so if it dies over a pit, you don't have to deal with spiders. That's a very nice little technique for dealing with teratoma in a room like this. And the troll bomb trying very hard to prevent that from being a nice little clear of that room. Come on, give me the key. Give me the key. I actually lost sight of it because it froze. That confused me a little bit. Little Horn, honestly, is actually fine because he does a little bit of extra damage and he fears things. And the fearing of things is very, very useful. The Liberty Cap is good. It gives us a glimpse of the correct way to go. And we're at our next devil deal, which is really, really key in this. I mean, we're going to have to do the Krampus at some point, which kind of sucks, but honestly, irrelevant of the Krampus item that drops, it's probably fine. And this guy should be acceptable, especially if he gets feared. He actually summoned a sniper worm, which is okay in my book, and we kill him very, very well, and get Deep Jesus Juice, which is nice. Oh! Oh! Guess who is Guppy on the Lost? And the nail is nice. I'm going to get it just because I can. And we get teleported to the devil deal anyway. But I still want Dammy's. I still want Dammy's head because it is a lot more potential. But guys, guess who is rocking the Guppy on the Lost? The potential is very, very real here. This is a little bit wonderful. The only thing that could possibly bring us down right now is getting Bob's brain blindly, which would suck, as much as I do love Mr. Bob's brain. And it's also getting the speed. Our speed is very slow. I kind of really want to be moving faster than I am doing here. That's the only real issue that I can see, but because we're Guppy, obviously, yay, 2 of hearts, I got healing. Because we're Guppy already, which is wondrous, we do have a very nice chance of pulling this off, because if we go into a boss room with enough flies built up, it's just going to completely get annihilated. There's no real way around it. Being able to go over here and kill those spiders is great. Item room, how, oh, and the halo, absolutely lovely, because we do get a little bit of a speed up there, and there we go. So that is glorious. Couldn't really have asked for a better item there. See, that is why Tammy's head is good, because even as Guppy there, that was a sudden amount of charging spiders that probably would have been a problem in another circumstance. So that makes me very, very happy. We're about to reach our boss, and we do have a very nice, sizable amount of flies with which to deal with it, so it's good. And because we found a fair amount of damage ups, our damage is nearing completion on the bar, our flies aren't that pathetic, honestly. So who is it going to be? The Carrion Queen. I am sure very happy that I am actually Guppy right here. I am very exceedingly happy that Guppy is what is going on here, because otherwise I would be in a lot of trouble with this one. The freeze effect proving wondrous. And we actually get damage up again. Probably, no, still not Krampus. Not great items. Oh my god, 4 Guppy items. Okay, that's fine. We'll get Dark Bum, because why the hell not? That is a-okay. And yeah, moving on with our lives. The fact that I have 9 lives as well means that I can even be a little bit reckless. And we get Depths XL, which is annoyingly 1 less Devil Room, but as we don't really need a Devil Room right now, outside of things that I guess that would be nice to have, this is good. And freezing it with my effect lets me attack it from the front, which is wondrous. Don't need to care about mob traps, even if it is red chest, it's not going to be a problem. So yeah, obviously if I was any other character right here, it is just 1 run time. So we'll see what ends up happening. I would love to get me Cricket's head at this point, because that would be excellent. And we found the item room. Oh, there is actually something in here. Oh, yeah, that, you know, apparently this was a bat cave. That's absolutely fine. And our item, reroll enemies, no, really pointless. We'll go in here just in case we end up with something like a black market. We have the bombs to make it happen. And there we go. Whoops, accidentally slept, which normally would be really good, but completely pointless on the Lost. But at least he got to rest his weary head before moving on. Let's see what we get from being down here. It is a black market, which obviously on the Lost is a little bit good. BFFs! Absolutely great, because we do have a lot going on. The compass is great. The blank card is pointless. We may as well get the damage up from the challenge belt. And I'm going to buy this just to take it out of the pool. So that is pretty damn wonderful. I think we can all agree. And while I could continue on, I think that would be a big mistake, because then we obviously couldn't get to the finish, which would very much suck. But either way, that was a nice little black market for there. We just gained a large amount of power. Our flies should be... Oh god, I actually got hit there. I'm not entirely sure what did hit me, but that right there is why 9 lives is very important, despite being this powerful, because there will always be a situation where something like that happens, where you don't even... And again, 2 in a row, that was a very difficult room to actually get there. There will always be situations like that, where you just take damage without even realizing that you just took damage, which is obviously an issue a lot of the time. Where are you going? Gee, calm. Everybody, just calm down. That was a little bit ridiculous. Let's have a look in here. We get the Bible, which honestly is okay, because it means we can one-shot Mum and Mum's hat, which is actually nice. Do I prefer that over... Honestly, I think I prefer the ability to one-shot 2 very annoying Lost bosses because of how many tiers are generally everywhere, to having Tammy's head. I really, really do. So that is pretty good. If I get Brimstone, I will obviously immediately regret that decision, but until that potentially happens or doesn't happen, I think we are okay here. And those guys are absolutely fine. Although even the flies get blocked from the front, which is interesting. Yeah, he is very much surviving everything there. And Little Haunt finally finishing him off. Our other item is the boom. We'll grab it for the 5 bombs, but obviously we're not going to be keeping it. So 2 really pointless items on this floor. Also, it seems like the bosses are ridiculously far away here. Like, I have to go for a big room and then loop the entire way around, which is interesting to me. I'm just going to bomb out of this room because it's the only way to go. I have no reason to come back, and a load of pins is actually a little bit ridiculous. It's the same reason I'm going to bomb out of this room. Basically, any room where there is a lot of stuff that could just bump into me and I can't really stop it, there's no reason actually risking. He's obviously going to die to the flies very quickly. This one I should be able to... I didn't actually mean to do that, but it worked out. I was like, why is there loads of troll bombs appearing? And then, lo and behold, I was gifted with my reason. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Oh, it's just some hollow action. That is absolutely okay. really, really is. So that is lovely. There should be one left. In fact, all he's really doing is generating us a ridiculously nice amount of flies, which is excellent. We'll open that. We get a replacement key anyway, even though it's running away from us. And we get the world, which is actually pretty good coupled with the compass. And in here, we get nothing worthwhile. So I'm going to use this opportunity to fill up my donation machine as much as it will let me, given what I am holding. So yeah, still got all the potential, still got that cat following me, which means I still have lives, which is great. So if we got something like Holy Mantle now, we are basically just done, which is absolutely excellent. Come on, donation machine, you can do this, I believe. And there we go. So that is wonderful. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Kind of just didn't react when I got into that room. I'm glad my flies basically did that for me. That would have been very awkward otherwise. And there we go as well. And that's the thing. The flies are basically a defensive ring from contact enemies because they have to get through the flies. So the only reason I should really die anymore is if I let something that fires shots get way too close to me that I can't dodge or I don't even notice in time. That's the real way that this should go. My damage is looking very excellent, however, so this is very, very good. Where are our bosses? They seem to be hiding over in, like, the mysterious fog over there. I'm going to assume left off here. Yep, that does make sense. Angels, I don't care about you. Infinite keys is kind of pointless at this stage. I feel like this is a very sizable XL floors, and the item rooms were very close to each other. And then we have our bomb flies, which very much need to die. Let's open it. Nope! Sorry, Bob's brain. I really, you know, I enjoy you as an item. I really, really do. But at the same time, you will kill me more than you will help when I'm playing the Lost, and I can't afford to waste lives on you, which, you know, it does make me sad. I'll admit, it does make me sad. The cage is our first boss, which should be absolutely fine. Yep, that was strangely acceptable. The matchbook is whatever, it's some bombs to us. And then we have Mum, which we're just going to Bible. Get our Devil Room. We're going to go Polaroid just because I think that makes more sense. Fear Shot is okay. Lord of the Pit is a little bit pointless. In fact, we just made Boss Rush on the Lost. I guess I should get it just to take it out the Devil Room pool. And now we're a little bit cooler as well. And then in here we have, apart from Blood of the Martyr, which isn't excellent, nothing really worth taking, so that's good. Fear Shot's also fantastic on the Lost because any reason for things to not be killing you is wonderful. Curse of the Lost is about right there. Yep, I will admit that fully. So that is very, very lame. Hopefully we do acquire more keys, because obviously we are going to be getting a lot of chests due to Guppy's tail. What? What? Did anyone... Okay, I'm just going to accept that that happened and move on with our lives, I think. Telepills. Potentially actually really good, this Telepills. Just want to not get hit by the hand there is the real objective. I'm hopeful that they are finished now. Whoa, that was close. Less sporadic movement, me. Less sporadic movement. This is a really irritating room because you've got to be very aware of your surroundings. Yep, there we go. And we did actually complete the room at the end, which really sucks. We must only have a couple lives left now. Curse of the Lost is very much our biggest problem here. I mean, if we're going to die, it's due to having to do too many rooms due to that. We'll open that. And there we go, guys. Oh no, we still got Guppy's hairball. So I guess nearly every... Really? Okay, then. I mean, that genuinely surprises me. That worked out just, like, I will admit, that only very much just worked out there, but that's okay. We just need to find our boss as quickly as humanly possible here before I run out of lives. Annoyingly, I can't get that chest. One of these is going to be Cricket's head. I just know it. But yeah, this is always the reason with him. And then we actually do find that in the end, which is, let's not walk into that one. That would be great. And then I guess this is where we started. This is where we started. So, as we've mostly explored this area anyway, I kind of want to finish exploring it. And yeah, that was our last life. And that's a room full of Mask of Infamies. And there you go. The true bane of all Lost, contact enemies that immediately rush at you, because no amount of power can kill something that's, you know, obviously invincible as those Mask of Infamies are. So I genuinely do not know how I am going to achieve killing those Mask of Infamies. Like, I actually really don't know, which is obviously a little bit of a problem here. I'm going to try and find secret rooms where we can, but I really don't see this happening, which is such a shame, isn't it? I mean, you could not really ask for a better Lost run than this, and, well, actually you can. You could ask for something a little bit more defensive. In fact, if my tiers were scythes, then I could just fire past them and get the hearts pretty quick, but as it is, I can't really do that, so I guess I just gotta go for it and hope beyond hope that I somehow manage to pull it off in some way. I don't really know. Yeah, that is definitely the only way I have left to go. I mean, ideally I would love to be able to secret room skip it, so game, if you could do that for me, it would be lovely. Oh, potentially we can. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We'll kill that pretty quickly. That's nice. And then we don't need that, although it's kind of a nice random item to get. And then there it is anyway. Although we actually do manage to kill 2 of them instantly, which is obviously phenomenal. There goes the last one. Oh, okay. That could have been much, much worse than it was, so that is nice. And then we obviously have to beat whatever this boss is, which is potentially a problem here. Okay. Oh, it's Loki. That's doable. Especially with the spikes not really affecting us, because we have this pit to chill in front of. So we kind of just need Loki to come over here, and then we should be fine. Our range is such that I am actually hitting him occasionally, which is perfect. There we go. I guess I kind of need... I mean, actually, I do have Guppy's collar, don't I? So it's not definitely over if I die again now. So that is one of the 2 Lokis gone. The bomb fly's never going to get to me. I mean, I have a ridiculous ring of flies here. Though I very much need Loki to come just a little bit closer to me. That is the way of things. Though he is occasionally getting damage, so that is wonderful. I don't want to risk dying to these spikes. Though I don't actually think these spikes do go away, even if the boss dies. So this is really a trial by fire here, in terms of getting to the next floor. I mean, I would try and transfer to the pit over there, but it seems like it would be suicide, because I couldn't really avoid the bomb flies too much. The spikes are constantly going round that pit. So I just have to wait till the boss drifts over here, and I don't know if he actually ever will. 10 years later, Rage is still waiting for Loki to come across this pit. He doesn't know when it will happen, he's only sure that it will. It's annoying me that there's this little dip in the place where I am right here. And occasionally, if a bonfire gets close enough, it's going to become a threat. Though they shouldn't really. Seriously, though, like, can you please come over here, Loki? Like, why have you not teleported close to me just randomly at this stage? I mean, technically, actually, there's no spikes that ever go in the middle of this room, so I should be able to go over there reasonably safely and get a little bit closer to Mr. Loki. In fact, I am damaging him a lot more now. Let's go back across the pit, just because, you know, there's no reason not to play this safe, especially when there's a bomb fly on its way to me. There we go, like so. And then hopefully this is going to hit him, and there it is. So now we have to figure out how the hell to traverse this room when I have no idea of the correct pattern to go. So we'll go in here. Ooh, more damage up, and we get Mum's Knife, which is obviously, I am going to take that, because granted the fly generation is awful, but we'll just slaughter things really quickly. So I am definitely cool with that. We'll move on to here. Wait for that to go past. Wait for that to go past. Grab the nail. Wait for that to go past, that to go past, and down we go. That was like surgery, was that? That was ridiculous. Okay, Utero 2, our boss is over there, and the knife is obviously going to wreck. Our damage is very, very high, and we, oh my god, could I have got a worse room here when you can't get hit? That was a little bit insane. I will accept that was absolutely unreal, but I will accept it nevertheless. And there we go. Goodbye to you. So if we can just get to our boss. I mean, I am a little bit happy to let the flies do the work in that room, though it does definitely suck a little bit. There we go. Alright, our boss should be over here, which is great. There we have it. And just a few rooms left, everybody. Just a few rooms left. Just one room left. There we go. We have made it to, at the very least, the cathedral, which I think is nice. You know, I think that is at least something. It's a little bit of credibility. I've managed to make it to what would probably be considered reasonably okay when you're playing the Lost. So I think that is very much a good thing here. That was a little bit scary. That was a very small room with a lot of things going on. So I am happy I managed to survive that. We're going to skip out on there, of course. There's no reason killing anything we don't have to. We'll open that. Still no Cricket's Head. Cricket's Head would take our damage absolutely through the roof. He was about to fire at me, so that was... Oh! Guppy's goddamn collar. Guppy's goddamn collar. MVP right here. Guppy's collar. That was excellent. That was absolutely excellent. A few more room. Wow. One more room left. And it's not a ridiculously difficult one either. Alright. Can we kill Isaac like this? I mean, we can, but try. We did actually freeze him. We can take him. No, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice the shot. Ah, oh well. You know what? I am definitely happy to get to Isaac as the Lost. I really, really am. So one of those damn annoying few lives I wasted panicking on the womb, we could have got it. Either way, I'm proud of that. And there you go. Some Lost fun, guys. Mine has been Rage. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. It really does help, and I do appreciate it. And subscribe for more. Oh, goodbye.